Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading, which covers July 16th to July 31st, 2022. This is a general reading for those with Sagittarius in their birth chart. However, cross watchers, you are also welcome. Keep in mind that the roles of the individuals identified may be swapped, and that the intensity of the energies may vary. So take whatever messages resonate and leave behind for others whatever does not. We'll go through the initial meanings and clarify with more tarot cards and close off with an oracle card message. So first, we explore what lessons you've been learning. You have this Wizard of the Woods, focus, and 6 of Cups. Second, we reveal what you don't see coming. You have Olituel, Expanse, and Karma, which is also the Judgment card. Third, we find out what will influence your perspective for the remainder of July. You have Boundaries and 9 of Swords. So here, the Tower is in the position of your perspective as you enter the second half of the month. 9 of Cups is what surrounds you. 2 of Wands is your motivation. And Ace of Cups is the outcome. So here, you've been learning this aspect of focus, this concept of really zeroing in on what it is that you want, what you want to accomplish, and kind of, seeing through the little things, seeing past the little things, having a bigger view of things. What is it? Seeing through the trees to see the forest, something along those lines. So this concept of focus is what you've been learning. So with the 6 of Cups, that's a card of balance, harmony, could be nostalgia, a sense of kind of cooperation and enjoying your environment and just being in the moment and almost like being carefree. So to some degree, what you're learning is that you need to kind of focus on these moments. You need to kind of, or you have been focusing on your environment, the things that are important to you, and understanding that, what you put your attention on is really something that you control. There's not a lot in life that you can control, but how you, what you choose to focus on, how you direct your thoughts. You can always change the way you're thinking about something, and that really might be challenging for you right now because you do have the 9 of Swords, karma or judgment, and the Tower going on. So let's go ahead and clarify the 6 of Cups here. you have the Four of Pentacles. So here, this card is a sense of foundations, security when it comes to yourself. To some degree, the Four of Pentacles kind of says if you just focus on yourself too much and focus on what's the word? Collecting, protecting the things that are yours so that, you know, no one else can have them, then it creates a sense of lack, and that you kind of won't, it kind of blocks the flow coming to you. So to some degree, there may be something connected with your childhood when it comes to a sense of security or a sense of stability. And here the lesson that you're learning is kind of the way that you choose to see things really influences how you experience life. So here with this, what you don't see coming, this card of expanse, this has to do with bats that are just extraordinarily large and ominous looking. And with the Karma card or the Judgment card, that is a card of honest reflection. Actually, it's really interesting, like the visual here. So you've got the bat head circle and this kind of eclipse circle here. And the way that these people are raising their arms interlocked, it's almost kind of, you know, the same kind of visual as this bat in the cave. But basically, what you don't see coming is that this reflection of your on your past, like truthful reflection, and acceptance of things in the past where it's either a belief you had or something that you said, something you did, didn't do, agreements, the things that you chose and had agency over in your life that contribute to a certain situation that you're in or have been in. Recognizing and acknowledging that aspect and accepting it allows to, you know, let go of things that aren't for your best and highest good. They don't serve you anymore. And really getting rid of that baggage will allow you to experience things without feeling the need to that you have to overly protect yourself. And it's this concept of expanse. It's almost like it's greater. You're putting greater weight on something than needs to be. So let's take a look at this Karma card here. You have Strength. And this is similar to Judgment or Karma in the sense that there's aspects of yourself that you may have highlighted, some aspects that you may have tried to hide, that you don't appreciate in yourself, or you know, don't feel like reject to a certain degree. But with the Strength card, it's, you know, having enough self-love and acceptance and courage to recognize all the aspects of you, the tender and gentle, as well as the more passionate and assertive aspects. And once you kind of have this, you know, truthful reflection, honest reflection, acceptance of your past and who you are, then you can really accomplish a lot more than you think you can accomplish. And this card here of boundaries influencing your perspective and the Nine of Swords. It's again this concept of like what you're focusing on is kind of what you create or can bring to life. So here with the Nine of Swords, it's, you know, fear and anxiety that might be in relation to someone else, something outside of your control, something in the past that really you can't solve on your own, at least the way that you're approaching it. And with this card of boundaries here, it's recognizing really what you can accept well before you put yourself in a situation where you're kind of spiraling. You know, your mind is kind of creating every potential problem for you to, you know, try to solve. It's a way of you kind of recognizing what you can accept, what you can't accept, and saying no. You know, saying no if you don't feel like it. You don't really have to have a reason. It's, you know, kind of you know, some say like the purpose of life is to maximize the moments of joy and like limit the moments of suffering. And here, the way that if you look at life as I need to like hold on to things, I need to control as much as I can control because of potential negative things, then you're focusing on the potential suffering as opposed to experiencing those moments of joy. And if you tend to kind of like have in the past put other people first, then this is kind of, you know, it may be that you need to figure out what it is that you want that will fill you up so that you aren't just trying to help others or fill them up or solve their problems. But you know, to some degree, this is about how you see yourself, and how you kind of might not even understand how much control over your mind that you have, and in having control over your mind and the things you focus on, control over your future. So here, let's take a look at this tower, which is your perspective as you enter the second half of July. So there may be some event where you had the rug pulled out from under you, or it felt like that. Maybe there was, some secret that was revealed, some situation that changed in terms of residence or jobs, something where you weren't expecting it. You might have been trying to prevent it from happening because of, just generally trying to hold on to what you have. But it's almost like a blessing in disguise, in that this divine intervention will help you to put you in a position to see what it is that you truly need to build yourself up. So these two wanted to come out together. You have Six of Cups again, but this time with the Four of Swords. Fours in general are about security and stability. Here it's a need to withdraw and take time for yourself. And Three of Swords is usually about pain, disappointment, heartbreak, rejection, guilt, shame, things like that. And it seems that this is an opportunity to really heal those things. And it may stem from certain ideas that you had about loyalty, childhood, being a part of a community, or a sense of balance and harmony that you thought you had. So here it's almost as if whatever you were holding on to here might have just you may have realized it wasn't worth holding on to, or what you were holding on to wasn't providing that much of stability to you. So what you have surrounding you is the Nine of Cups, and that is a sense of confidence, appreciating, being grateful. It's almost having a focus on the things that you want in your life, connections with others, having your dreams come true. It's almost as if this concept of focus and what you can have, it's out there for you. It surrounds you. So let's take a look at the Nine of Cups. You have the Ace of Wands. So there is a potential for, new life after this Tower moment. And it has to do with your focus. How are you using your mind? How are you using your, when you get inspiration, when you get that urge to do something, there is that potential for you to focus on the things that you want, to focus on positive, to focus on passion, happiness, in your dreams coming true. But because of this Tower moment, it's almost that you do need this moment of reflection and self-acceptance and healing, so that you can be in a place where, I didn't clarify that. I need to clarify this. Being in a place where you can really deal with, the opportunities that surround you. So let's take a look at this, this Nine of Swords. It's it's something that's going to shape your, influence your perspective. To some degree, if these are like, just stress and anxiety for your day to day, then, and you have, like, let's say you're on a schedule and you're going to lose your job if you don't follow this certain schedule, then putting into practice some kind of, boundaries of like, no, this is what my job calls for. This is what I need for my mental health. These are the protections, maybe legal protections, maybe, where the state you're in, going to an HR person in the company to kind of see what are you allowed to do? What is the details of your jobs? Like actually, using your mind to approach a problem, logistically, but also doing it in a way where it's productive as opposed to just worrying. So let's take a look at the Nine of Swords. you have the Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords is very much someone who uses reason, logic, their intellect. They speak honestly. They make decisions that are for their best and highest good. And there is a plan of action. So the Queen of Swords would definitely look into what can I control? What can I actually, change? What are the rules that I have to follow? For some of you, because of the Four of Swords and the Tower, concepts of the Nine of Swords, you may even need to talk to a mental health professional, an expert, someone who you can talk to honestly, who will give you feedback about what you can do to refocus your thoughts. So here, the Two of Wands, that is the motivation for you. And that is to kind of get outside of your comfort zone, to explore new opportunities. You have what surrounds you is the Ace of Wands. So your motivation is actually to do something with that. Let's take a look at the Two of Wands. You have the Eight of Pentacles. So for some of you, this has to do with work, what it is that you are, maybe finding the skills and talents that you have within you. Maybe you've been working this job that just pay the bills, and the way that you're thinking about things is not allowing you to be more creative. It's not giving you that mental space or that connection to all aspects of yourself where you can be creative and do, your own artwork or your own like card company or candle company or whatever it is. But this is kind of your motivation, is you want to make yourself as comfortable as you can, but how you have defined your level of comfort, maybe from when you were younger, that's something that you need to take a look at. And once you do, the outcome is this Ace of Cups, an opportunity to really be fulfilled, to be in a place where you are kind of overflowing with emotion, creativity, joy, happiness, and doing what you want to do because you're using this inspiration in the way that you can focus on positive things. So let's take a look at this Ace of Cups here. You have the Queen of Cups. So here, really I see it's key, this reflection and self-acceptance, and reflection on your idea of what provides balance and harmony in your life, and kind of working through that so that you can be in a place where you are, in touch with your intuition, you trust your heart, you trust your gut, and you are focusing on yourself, self-love, healing, and possibly even being in a position of helping others that have gone through similar situations. So to close out the reading, I'm going to pull an oracle card to see which animal totem is going to guide you for the rest of the month. You have White Stag, Protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful forces within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. So definitely whatever it is that you want to create over here, getting outside of your comfort zone, being in this place where you are connected to your intuition and, creating with your magic, it is possible, and it's actually calling for you in the end of July. So I'm hoping this reading provides a helpful perspective. And to get more information, check out readings for each of your sun, moon, and rising signs. We'll see you next time. Take care.